Good day, Doctor. My name is CHAU. Today, my team and I will be presenting our proposed event in order to enhance and strengthen graduate success attribute. My team members are SHENG, LOIS, and FENG. Next, I will talk about a little bit introduction regarding graduate success attribute. Graduate success attributes are those attributes designed by UTM in order to help students to excel in their respective work classes. These attributes outline the qualities that should be possessed by students in order to perform well in their careers. It is highly recommended that students nurture and possess these skills throughout their learning journey. These are total 7 attributes that are being suggested by UTM, which is communication skills, thinking skills, scholarship, leadership and team working skills, adaptability, global citizen, and enterprising skill. These skills will help UTM students to secure a job as well as to maintain good performance in workplace. Next, in this slide, we have concluded that the data we collected through survey among UTM students. As we can observe from the chart, most students find that communication skill, thinking skill, as well as adaptability are most important attributes to help them securing jobs. It is important that students possess good communication skill in order to ensure efficient communication among colleagues in workplace. The thinking skills will help students to have stronger problem-solving skills if they are able to think critically and creatively. The adaptability of students is also important as it is better for students to adapt to new working environment quicker so that they can keep up the pace of the working environment. From the survey, it is also observed that communication skills, thinking skill, as well as adaptability are among the attributes that students want to improve most in the program. In a survey of employers conducted by Talent Bank in 2020, we found that the majority of employers considered local fresh graduates to not be immediately ready to take on career challenges. As you can see from the graph, most of the 196 respondents gave Malaysian college students a career readiness score of between 5 to 7 points. It would seem that the general perception among employers is that the career readiness of Malaysia fresh graduates is not very high. According to Malaysia Ministry of Education (MOE), of the over 290,000 fresh graduates that enter the employment market every year, almost 20% can't find a job within 6 months after graduation. One of the main reasons is that many graduates lack the skills, knowledge, and attitudes that employers look for. The 8 categories of skills that employers emphasize above academic qualification identified by MOE are critical thinking, problem solving, communication, teamwork, continuous learning, information technology, entrepreneurship, professional techniques, and morals. Other skills that have also been emphasized include leadership, career management, and intercultural interactions.
So next I will present about the issue related to the winners of UTM graduate attribute among students. So from the survey that presented by my friend just now, we know that the top 3 graduate attributes that students currently want to improve themselves from this program are the thinking skill, adaptability, and also the communication skill. So for the first one, thinking skill. Students currently have the difficulty to think critically when they are facing a problem. This because they are lack of experience in solving the problem, and this causes them hard to think critically and proceed to the solution. The second one is the adaptability. Students currently like to stay in the comfort zone and don't want to involve themselves to the new environment. So this causes them hard to adapt themselves when they are entering the new environment, especially for the coming working environment. The third one is communication skill. Due to the pandemic, so we are currently in the online learning situation. So students have less chance to communicate face to face. So this causes them their communication level become low, and they have a difficulty when they want to communicate with other in future. Therefore, our group plan to propose an event called Virtual Career Fair, and this event actually is carried out virtually through online platform, and we plan to carry out this event on 12th of March 2022, which is actually a Saturday, a weekend. So this event actually is for our civil engineering students, and it's very important for the civil engineering students to join this event as it can provide the exposure and insight to the student to the related industry. So I believe that throughout this event, the students are able to make a right decision in their future career path. Besides that, I believe from this event, students also can understand and know more about the civil engineering industry, and also understand the requirement of industry, especially the graduate attribute, so that they can enhance their attribute from now, and in the future they are able to compete with other university students for the career. So there are three main objectives for this event. The first one is to expose students to the potential career path. I believe that students who join this event have more understanding and know more about the industry, so that they can start planning for their future career path. The second one is to acquire insight for the market needs. So from this event, students are exposed to the current requirement from the industry, so that they can start prepare themselves and enhance their soft skill or hard skill in order to compete with other graduate in future. So the third one is to enhance the interpersonal skill, especially for the graduate attribute. So for example, in our event, we have a lot of session, especially for the brainstorming session. We are actually mainly to develop the student graduate attribute. So the first one is the thinking skill. So from the brainstorming session, we are prepared a lot of a current working problem for them to solve. So they have to think critically in order to solve the problem. Besides that is the second one is a communication skill. We know that the currently the online learning session, this situation makes students have a hard to communicate face to face with other people. So from this event, we actually provide a platform for them to communicate with each other, and for them to realize that the importance of communication skill, and also for them to know that their current communication skill level. The third one is adaptability. From this event, students can know the working environment, so that they can start prepare themselves and adapt themselves for the future working environment.
Good day, Doctor. I'm LOIS Chong. Now I will introduce the details of the activity. Firstly, our target participants are civil engineering students, which third year and fourth year students are prioritized. This is due to this category of students will graduate soon, and the activity can prepare them before entering the working environment. Next, our invited guests comprise of collaboration partners, speakers, and judges. Collaboration partners are the highlights of virtual tour session, which include several civil construction company and developers. They are invited to introduce their company and the requirements of the recruitment during this virtual tour. Then the speakers will give an inspirational talk during the sharing session to share their experience to widen the visions of students. Judges are invited to give marks for the brainstorming session to identify the winners. This is the tentative of our program. Our program will start at 9:30 a.m. until 11:15. The first activity is opening ceremony. Our Honorable Chairperson, Professor Dr. Noor Hazilan, will be invited to give speech, and after that will be the prayer. Next, virtual tour. It is held by using Gather Town as our online platform. Next is the sharing session. Our invited speakers will give short inspiration sharings, and also Q&A session allows students to ask questions. Next is the brainstorming session, where students are divided into teams, and each team is given a real-life working problems or complicated situation, and they must figure out the best solution in regards to their situations. After that, judges will comment all the teams, and winners will be announced at the end of the session. Next is the lucky draw and appreciation session. Lucky draw will be conducted. Winners are rewarded, and invited guests will be presented with appreciation gifts during this session. And lastly, we'll have our closing ceremony. The chairperson of our program will give a speech, and here comes to the end. The figures show the appearance of the Gather Town. Each company has their own booth where students can use their own avatar to approach to. This is the financial statement of our program, where funds are needed for the speakers' appreciation gifts, Gather Town software fee, prize, and lucky draw. The total amount is 4,500 ringgit.
Next, I will explain the plan for the monitoring and evaluating the activities during this program. So it will start with the registration form, in which all the participants need to fill out in the purpose to record the attendance of the participants and to provide the merit for the participants. Then we will proceed to the activities during the program. First, we will have the virtual meeting between the participants to track the progress. for each department, and every member is updated with the program status, which will be the available moment for our participants. Next, we will have the feedback form to do a survey to know how much the input that the student received and to grant the suggestions for the improvement. Once the program ends, we will have the most important things after the events ends, which is the postmodern. So for the postmodern, we will add the knowledge with lacks and efficiency during the event so that we can improve ourselves as a lesson for the future event. Okay, next, the importance of this program to the UTM student. We have to improve their UTM graduate attribute, which is the communication skill, thinking skill, adaptability. So from the brainstorming session, student was given the opportunities to solve the problem and the task provided. Okay, student was divided into the group and given a real working situation. Okay, they have to use their critical thinking and the team working to complete the task given. Next, learn a new experience and the knowledge. So from the sharing season by the professionals, students could gain some working experience from them. They can avoid repeating the similar or the common mistake when entering the working environment. Lastly, know the current company requirement. So student could know the company requirements such as the additional soft skill. Student can start to enhance their skill in university life to meet the current company requirement after they graduate. Thus they can compete with other fresh graduates and obtain the job. Okay, lastly, conclusion. So our program objective can be achieved easily because it is well organized and practical. We believe through this program, students will gain all the knowledge and the skill they lack. Okay, so that's all from our group regarding our event. Hopefully by joining this event, all the students can prepare themselves the CEO complete employee ownership they have been looking for by the employee this day. Thank you.